Hello, this is needlepointers.com, and today I'd like to show you this 18-inch doll holiday party dress that I made for my daughter's American Girl doll. I used a pattern available in this book, Doll Fashion Studio by Joan Hines. There's a link to this book in the description of the video. For the fabric, I used fabric from my daughter's old Christmas dress that she wore when she was 2 years old. So I was able to cut the pieces of the doll dress from the skirts of the original dress. I had to make some customizations to this dress because the original dress had 2 layers of fabric all over. So you can see there's 2 layers here. And the dress in the pattern had a velour on the top and 2 layers on the bottom. So I wanted to make the doll dress to be similar to the original dress. So what I did was I cut pieces for the front and back bodice from both layers of the original dress using the pattern in the book. And I also decided to replicate the sleeveless look of the original dress instead of adding sleeves that are in the book. So these are the pattern pieces I have for the front and the back, and I just wanted to show you how I changed the pattern. So this is the front, the back piece, and I cut 2 sample. This would be the sample of the lining, and this is the sample of the top. So that would be, this would be the clear fabric that I had in the dress. And then this will be the underneath. So, and then I have, this is the front piece, and this was cut on the fold, and again I cut the 2 pieces. So what I did was to change the pattern from what was in the book, I took these pieces, the lining pieces, and I sewed on the shoulders together. And then I took the 2 top pieces, and you do it right sides together, and I sewed the shoulder seams like this. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've sewn the shoulder seams for the lining pieces and the outside piece together. And so then to finish the neckline without putting any other things on the neckline, what we do is we take these pieces and we match them right sides together. And this is different from what's in the instructions in the book. So then what I do is I sew along the back seam. This is the back and this is the front. So I sew along the back seam around the neckline and then down the other back. Okay, so as you can see here, I sewed around the neck hole, and I forgot to mention before, I also sewed around the armhole openings. So then what we do now is turn the whole thing. And you kind of turn them through the armhole openings. So I would press this whole thing flat. I don't have it all out here. And make sure the corners are all pushed out. It's usually probably best to trim the points on the corners so you can make sure you get them nice and pointed. But since this isn't my actual dress, I'm not bothering with that. So once this is all pressed and everything, the final step to make this whole bodice is we need to sew the side seams together. So all you do is we put it we open up the side seams and put them right sides together. Like that. So I'm going to sew those two seams. So now I sewed the side seams together, so now I can just turn them. And you can see now we have a bodice for a dress. And then from this point I continued the directions in the book with step 7 of sewing on the sash. So if you can see in the doll video, or doll dress, this is her bodice, and then I sewed the sash onto there, and the sash actually came from her original dress also. I then sewed the skirt and overskirt as directed in the pattern. I also changed the skirt and overskirt to be the same length, because in the pattern they had the overskirt be a little bit shorter in that style. But because this is really a lining fabric, I didn't want them to be two different lengths. So for each on this, I only folded under a 1/4 inch twice to get the hem. Attaching the skirt and the overskirt together was the same as in the pattern, and finishing was the same also. I added a Velcro closure to the back. So you can see that she has a Velcro closure, and I added the bow to the front. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, visit us at needlepointers.com for lots of other doll crafts.